MG Basketball strives to inspire and challenge coaches at every level so they may serve those they coach, teach, and mentor with excellence. Today, we're going to talk about two defensive concepts, um, mooning and halfway to pivot. Both are post defensive concepts and techniques, and they go hand in hand, and both are used when defending in the post as opposed to perimeter. First, let's define the three levels in the post area. So, if the wall behind me is the basket, the low post would be the block area, a foot above or below the block. That's the low post. The mid post would be halfway up towards the elbow. So it's halfway between the elbow and the low block. And then the high post is where the elbow and the lane line converge, and it's a foot above or below that area would be the high post area. So just to clarify, the top of the key is also referred to as a high post. However, we treat this area defensively like defending a perimeter player, which we've talked about in the past. We're going to close out with hands up, weight back, feet moving. We're going to trace the ball, bother the ball. And so we treat that differently than in the post or on the lane line area. There's two ways to get around in front in a low post. One is mooning, which we prefer. The other is called step through or cross stepping. We prefer mooning because it's more difficult for the offense to seal the post defender out. Let's look at step through first. The step through is a technique where the post defender cross steps. So I'm in the low post. The ball's in the corner. It goes from the corner to the wing. Step through. I got a hand and a foot around. I'm going to step through, cross step, and then step through, keeping a hand and a foot in front of that post defender. Now let's look at mooning. I'm in the low post again. The ball is in the corner. The ball goes from the corner to the wing. I'm going to break contact, and instead of stepping through, I'm going to moon in front by shuffling my feet, and now I'm going to get to the high side. All right, with a hand and foot in front. So whether you're going on a pass from the corner to the wing or wing to the corner, you're going to break contact, shuffle your feet, and we're going to shuffle our feet getting around in front. Always keeping a hand and a hand in a foot, that top foot around the offensive post player. Now, post defenders will generally show a hand in the passing lane, and the top foot is up and around that offensive post to discourage the pass into the post. We call this halfway to pivot. In the mid post and high post, whether you're going from the low side to the high side or high side to the low side, we're going to break contact and we're going to shuffle behind. We're not going to shuffle in front, mid post or high post. We're going to shuffle behind and then establish our hand and our foot in the passing lane. Always want to try to get around in the post with that hand and that foot to discourage a pass. Now, when the pass is made from the perimeter into the post, our rule is to push that post player up and off the lane, preferably beyond the NBA lane line if possible. And a general rule is this: when the ball comes in on the catch, we're going to gap him on the catch. We don't want to jam him because he'll just hook, spin, and go. So we'll gap him on the catch, but if he turns, now we're going to go and we're going to jam him. So those are two different ways to get around in a low post. It's a philosophical thing. A lot of coaches go back and forth on the best way. But at any rate, I want to invite you to my Facebook group, MG Basketball, nothing but net. Check it out. Got a lot of great content. Maybe we'll see you inside. This is Marty Gross for MG Basketball, nothing but net.